Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You can see right now down below 4,500 here, a rejection of prices at 4,600, a lower high, failed new high yesterday with an outside day down, and now continuing lower. This is something we talked about could be in play. As a matter of fact, heading into the month here in our trading room, we mentioned that this could turn out much like it did last time, where we had the pullback, the failure on the secondary attempt, followed by a push to a new low. And in this case now, again, looking down here to about 44.45, that's where yearly VWAP is currently. That's likely a target here today, with a push as low as 4,400. Over the course of the next several days. Again, we could be stuck between 4,400 and 4,600, which is this range right here, and price could drop into that zone before perhaps seeing a secondary bounce of some nature. So right now, pushing lower. Now, one thing to keep an eye on is a strong rejection on the lows. If we do drop down, say 44.50, and then begin to see a very strong rejection on the low, that could offer a faster bounce than not. Alright, let's take a look here at the NQ. NQ is also below the previous week's low as well. A continuation to the downside, 14,590 right now, and right at yearly VWAP. This one rejected at the 15,250 level. That's a big time area of resistance. Again, a lot of resemblance to how this played out last time, and now pushing downward. The downside target here is about 14.4 at the very least, and down to about 14.250 at the most here on this lower edge. So we could be looking at a push as deep as, again, 14.250 before we bounce by some magnitude here. We could stay in this range, or at some point transition to the lower distribution down below. But right now, heading downward toward that 14.4 up ahead. Again, any signs of significant rejection could open up the potential for a bounce quicker than not. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Not much is up right now, but crude oil is up 1%. Nat gas up another 6% today. That one's been skyrocketing here. The VIX is up. Gold modestly higher right now, but everything else mostly down. Crude oil here is continuing to trade kind of between that 106 and 96 zone. It's the area we mentioned before that, you know, if we push above 106, we got up until about 116 and have that 10 handle range. If we fail at 106, you got down to about 96 to trade within. So we're still stuck within that range right now. At some point here above 106s could open up another return to 116 and trade back in that zone. If we do continue downward to test 95, 96, it could be a tremendous opportunity to watch for rejection and a fade back up. But right now, inside day, narrow range, 55% of average, and trading higher here at the moment. Let's take a look now at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's had a bit of a meaningful pullback here, 2.7% down right now. You'll see right here again, coming into the pivot range for the month, higher value relationship. You can see this is still the bullish Pima trigger zone. Everything's still looking good, but you want to see price hold. The one level we talked about during the monthly outlook was 42.5. 42.5 is the major key level right now to watch. It's the midpoint of the previous month's range as well, and if price drops into that zone, that's the new pivot or fulcrum to watch here, as bulls want to keep price above that to continue higher. A failure at that level would open up 37.5 down below. So right now 42.5, the key level here. We could continue to pull back toward that zone. Again, watching for signs of rejection. Once we start to see rejection, for example, if we close today back at 46K or beyond, that'll leave behind a significant failed new low, a rejection tail, and that could suggest a faster bounce here up ahead. Looking at ETH, This one down 5% today. So while Bitcoin here is approaching 3% lower, ETH down 4.5% at the moment. Again, very bullish trend, very good continuation above that 3,300 level still. We have the pivot range down below providing support. Higher value relationship. Again, we could pull back below 3,200, back into 3,000, and still be an opportunity for bulls to defend for a push higher toward 36.85 up ahead. Again, depending on how today finishes, we could see a faster bounce than not if we finish today with some sort of rejection. But it may take a more meaningful shakeout here and perhaps some sort of rejection to get the bigger move to come. Otherwise, right now, again, we're up against significant overhead resistance. We're up against headline risk, a lot of bearish factors right now, and this is a big test of the developing uptrend right now. So this pullback required here to see how it hangs on, because if it can hang on here, we could see a very nice continuation up ahead. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.